Hello everyone, my name is Basti and I'm an independent trader with years of experience in the crypto markets. If you're looking for the latest information for daily chart analysis, and if you're looking for trading predictions as well as trading news, then you've come to the right place. Let's go. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Nice that you decided to tune in today. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, make sure you hit the notification bell, and that you of course leave your comments and questions below. Also make sure to check out the links in the description, and as you can see today it's going to be a very interesting day, so let's go ahead and get started. We find ourselves on the 4-hour chart. As you can see, yesterday we had a bit of panic sell here going on, and an indicator I always use to see what the feeling is like, it's my Telegram group. So one good thing to mention here is that we have not built a new lower low, and I mentioned that yesterday in the video, that it's important that we don't do that. And so far we haven't, and in fact, as I am recording this video, we find ourselves, or Bitcoin is trying to retest this resistance line, this white line that I've traced here on the graphic. That means that 38,848 US dollars will be our POC, or point of control, something that I've traced yesterday. As you can see here on the graph, it is where these wicks have touched this line in the last couple of days. If we do manage to get past this, then of course we do have the 100 EMA line right above us, which means that most likely if we do have a breakout, don't get too happy right away, because we might get rejected, as this will be a strong resistance. So yeah, we do have to keep that in mind for today. Now, if we go into the daily chart, a lot of people have been pointing out that there is a sort of support line here below on the daily. And I'd be very interested to know what you guys think. As you can see, we do have a lot of fake outs throughout that have pushed the price below, but of course, yeah, before the day, when the day closes, then we do close above this line. So that's why a lot of people consider this to be an important support line for us. I would be very interested, like I said, to see what your opinion is. Feel free to leave that in the comments area below. I actually don't really see this to be the case, that this is really support, because again, we do have these weeks that go many times are pushing through this line, even if we do close at the end of the day above the line. Rather, for me, it's just, this is really just 50-50. I mean, it could be, but it could also not be. There is a graphic I wanted to share with you guys today, and this is something I found on Twitter, and I forget the name of the person, but if the person is watching the video, then thank you for providing this graphic. You can see on the left we have the 2-hour chart, and on the right the 4-hour chart, and so there is the RSI indicator at the bottom. On the top, of course, is the price movement. Even though it is descending, the RSI is ascending, so there's a bullish divergence. The same thing is happening here, a hidden divergence for the 4-hour chart. And here below you can see the MACD indicator. The signal line is about to cross again, and as I mentioned this in the past, anytime that they do cross each other, then there could be, at least in the 4-hour time frame, a big movement of the price towards the upside. And now if we go into our own graph for the 4-hour time frame, we see precisely that. In fact, this is live. So here, if we look at the MACD indicator, these two lines have already crossed. So it could signal that, of course, we found a bottom, and the next move will be going towards 46,000 US dollars. So you do have to pay attention to the MACD indicator on the bigger time frames. Now, if we look at the fear and greed index, today we have 21 points, and yesterday we had 23 points. And here, as you can see, they explain how this is calculated. And so they use things like social media, the market volume, volatility, dominance, and so on. And so as you can see, of course, here in the year graph, we still are inside this range of 20 to 30 points. And in fact, even here in February, the 14th or the 13th, I mentioned around that time that we shouldn't get happy too quickly, because I could see that the price will continue to drop again and will continue to move in this direction, or at least in this range. And so, of course, a lot of people are still in a bad mood, you could say, when it comes to the market. They might feel like this is a crypto winter. And I'd be very interested to hear what you guys think, if and how your mood is right now when it comes to the current situation in the crypto market. Now, if we look at the liquidations for the day yesterday, March 7th, we see this big green line here that, of course, seems to be much too much. But once we look at the 4-hour chart here, we can see that, yeah, sure, we did have a lot of long positions that got killed, but it's really not that much of an issue, at least not right now. So we're looking at, a small percentage, or rather relatively small percentage of liquidations. So now for the news, Cointelegraph.com is reported that FTX expands to Europe with the SEC approval. This means that the second largest exchange after Binance is now allowed to operate in Europe, in all of Europe. And so this is, of course, good news, not just for the exchanges, but for the crypto markets in general. It brings also expectations as to, who is going to follow this, exchanges like Femex, for example. And you can also find a link in the description if you want to sign up with the FTX. It's an affiliate link for you there. Then BitcoinEcho.de reports that Bitcoin exchange Binance is bringing back the SEPA transfers. And so for Europe, that's also very important news, because that means that now it's starting right now. If you would like to transfer into Binance or transfer funds out of Binance into your bank account, you can finally do that again. And this is, of course, a move in the right direction. There was a period of time where they could do this, then they stopped, and now they brought it back with some of the futures market features that they have. And so again, this is available to everybody now, and you can start using it right away. I also wanted to bring your attention to our Telegram group. You can find the link in the description for that as well. It's completely free. And as you can see, yesterday, for example, I sent a message saying, hey, careful right now. There's a big sell-off in Bitcoin. And that was, of course, the candle that we just looked at in this video. So I'm always posting relevant information that is very pertinent and very current. So if you feel like it, go ahead and join the group there. There now is the time to go back and look. I'm sure lots of you are also interested in what Ethereum is doing. And when we look at it here on the daily chart, one has to be honest and say things are not looking that great at the moment. Our 50 EMA line here is very strong resistance. And once again, we got rejected. This is, of course, our $3,000 price line. And so we got rejected, and we found some support here at 2,575 US dollars. So we find ourselves in this very important line. And as you can see, it is very important because we have been basically trading inside this inside this area already for days. We can see here all throughout there's been this switch between support and resistance, and all throughout. We also see it here, for example, this line became support or was used as support. So right now, Ethereum is trying to go back and retest again this line. If we do manage to do that, then at least until this resistance here of 2,815 US dollars, is pretty much free. If we don't, if we get rejected, then the probability is very high that we go back to 2,393 US dollars. Now, if we look at the indicator on the daily chart, things are not looking that bullish right now. But if we do go back into the lower time frames for the 4-hour chart, we also have already made the cross in this indicator, which means that we could be moving at least for now towards the upside. We might even, in the best case scenario, go back to the $3,000 price line. But you do have to be very careful, however, because all of this stays or falls apart if Bitcoin makes a move towards the downside. If it does, then of course all of the altcoins will also drop, but not just the same way. They drop much more. They drop twice or 3 times or 4 times as much. Or if Bitcoin goes up, then the altcoins also go up, but unfortunately not as much as Bitcoin is doing at the moment. So be very careful, of course, right now to go into the altcoin market. The prices are very attractive. If you're interested in that for your whole portfolio, it's not direct advice to you, but it's a fact. The prices are very attractive at the moment, but it's very risky if you are looking to trade right now, especially if you do it with leverage trading. Tomorrow is Wednesday, and so that means we have another live stream like we usually do every week on Wednesdays. Put it in your calendar if you are interested. And that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Basti. Bye-bye.